Hi, Rachel.
Guys, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. So, to start, first of all, Gabe, you're now the king of coming of age stories. You're just gonna keep on making these stories about boys figuring out what they want to do with their lives. And it's very, very fun. But, Moose is a complete 180 from what everyone has like come to know you as with Sammy Fableman. So, for you, what was it like to get to, kind of subvert expectations for a lot of fans and like make this character who is outrageous in every aspect of his life?
Oh, well, thank you very much. It was a lot of fun. It was I was really excited, um, because we shot this before the Fablemans came out, but there was a lot of, after the Fablemans, a lot of stuff came my way for just like, small Jewish boy who cries. And so there was a lot of, and so it was always kind of like, yeah, well, they'll see. But no, it was so much fun. I just really connected to Moose, and it was, yeah, I'm really grateful to be a part of two things like that.
Yeah, and Connor, on the flip of that, poor AJ just kind of goes along with the schemes, and he's just kind of this guy who's like, yeah, man, yeah, I'll do it. And so often he's just left having to like do all of the legwork of something. When you are playing a character like that who does, have to go on a journey to like voicing things and like kind of standing up for himself, well, how is it for you as an actor to kind of be that guy in the beginning who is just like, I'm gonna go along with my friend because he's my friend?
Yeah, it is a very it was really fun. It was kind of fun because I think, in real life I'm a little more I'm a little more energized and, gonna jump off a thing and do a flip or whatever it is. And so it was cool for to work with Adam and Gabe and kind of always be containing it. It was like it was so getting to be so contained and have Gabe just kind of run circles and pull me this direction and like, kick me in the throat and do all the things that it was really fun. It really was. It was cool. And yeah, I think everyone has a friend like that. Like right when you think that you're the friend that's leading the charge, there's always one friend that's
Mm.
going to take it one step further and, do the crazy thing. So it was really cool. And I definitely related to that whole relationship. But yeah.
Yeah, and I talked to Nick before, and I was saying how like he's the closest in my age, so we kind of remember the '90s, but none of you, the rest of you, were even alive yet. How did you guys kind of, explore that specific time period and bringing it to life in a movie like this that is so kind of, yeah, I think every '90s kid is like, yeah, I did all of that as a child growing up, just like sitting at the pool all summer long.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's helpful that so many classics came from the 90s. So many
Mhm.
movies with, somewhat similar themes. I think when people list their favorite coming of age films, it's pretty much always ones that came from the 90s. So yeah, we had a great, kind of list of things to get inspiration from. And at the core of it, though, it was just being with Adam. I mean, driving around Nebraska City, the real town he grew up in, and hearing the stories that aren't in the script. Now that there's
Yeah.
20 movies. There are 20 movies in Adam Raymeyer's brain in that city. So that was really cool and really informative for us. But yeah.
Um, yeah, I think I don't know. I think there were a lot of similarities between the 90s and the 2000s when we grew up. I mean, I didn't get a smartphone till late. Like I spent most of my childhood without one. And I don't even think that's so much a part of it. Even with cell phones, kids were roaming around their neighborhood, getting into trouble, thinking they're so much older and more experienced than they actually are. And I think it's just, I think it's very universal all around. I think it also just, I think it, oh God, what's the word? I think it goes beyond like culture. I think anyone just growing up with good friends of that age can relate to it. And so it was just, yeah, it was a fun read and it was just incredibly nostalgic and I just had to be part of it.
And both of you guys, we're thrown into this friendship where they leave a zoo to go bet on a dog race. And then, like you were saying, 2 minutes later, they're slapping each other in the throat, despite being like no throats. But when you do have to kind of build that friendship, that we understand why these two characters are friends with each other, even though they maybe probably shouldn't be because they're not the greatest of influences. How did you guys kind of approach crafting that so that when we jump in with them, we're like, yeah, I get it. We all have that friend, even though you're like, why am I actually friends with this dude?
Oh God. I mean, yeah, we talk about it a lot, but it was we got the opportunity to get out there 2 weeks early, which is rare to have like sort of prep time, and majority of that prep was just running around Nebraska. I mean, we worked at the real snack shack and at the real pool with real Nebraska kids, which was very crazy. And yeah, I mean, we were just living out the movie for 2 weeks, and then they just added cameras and lines, and then they just kept rolling. That's what it felt like, at least. It was really cool.
Yeah, we definitely hung out and partied and spent time with the locals and got to know the town and made fun of each other a lot. I think that's what really no, because I think it's in terms of endearment. I think when you really love and respect someone, the formality of politeness dissipates for humor, and I think it's just like we were just ripping on each other all the time, and we just spent yeah full on 2 weeks together with Adam and talking about the script and in this we were all in the same lodge and it's a small town and we just put in the hours and I think both of us also put in the energy of you're gonna be my best friend, so that definitely helps.
It's like getting a fast pass to like a childhood friend. Like
Hmm.
I feel like when you become an adult, you've got your roster of childhood friends, and that's what you get. But getting to shoot this movie and work with Gabe, it's like I got a plus one to it because we basically lived a childhood together. So then it's like I feel like I cannot see him for a couple weeks or months when someone's shooting, and we come back and it's just like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
what's up? It's all there. So it's really cool. It was really special.
Yeah, we both let our guards a lot down and just got to know each other. Because, yeah, like you were saying about meeting someone as an adult, like you have this guard of like, are you a good person? And you hide parts of yourself. You're not really I'm gonna hold that joke back. But no, it was instant.
Yeah. And it comes across so well. For my last question, and I'm going to be that person because I'm so excited about this movie. Gabe, what is your favorite SNL cast now that you're going to play Lorne Michaels?
My favorite cast, I think the Sandberg, Sudeikis, Wig, Bill Hader, Will Forte.
Mhm.
I think those group of people is yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah, and you're correct for it. They rule. But thank you guys so much for talking with me. I'm so excited for just for people to get to see Snack Shack, and I think they're gonna really like it.
Thank you very much. Lovely talking to you.
Thank you guys. Have a great one.